All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 873 on this beautiful Thursday evening. It is the last Studying Brew of the week. We're so happy to have you here as we land this plane that was a great week of March as we go into St. Patty's Day, yeah? Gonna have St. Patrick's Day on Sunday, a lot of party going on. But tonight, we got a party of our own. We're gonna have the Serious Six. We're gonna have techniques. We're gonna have some content. We're going to get after this thing. Brandy's got 6 different exam questions. They're going to apply to 6 different exams. How does she do it? I don't know, but you're going to about ready to find out. Speaking of which, my name is Andy. I am the guy that is just sitting here, just pushing buttons. That's all I do. That's what I do. Answer phone calls, text messages. But you're not here for my button pushing. No, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7. And she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can grab a pass notice. We want you to grab one soon. Yeah, grab one soon. We need that. We need you to get that pass notice.
Yes.
To get that pass. You need to get that pass notice, and I'm gonna be for reals right now. This is what I'm gonna say to you guys right now. I don't know what's up, but a lot of you are chicken to take that exam, and you gotta just go take it. Go get it done. Quit being afraid. There is a rash of fear going through about taking these exams. Do I know enough? Do I have enough information?
Yes.
These Kaplan questions got me guessing. Guess what? Who cares? I'm going to take a word from Michelle's husband. She passed her SIE, and he was just like, you know enough. Go take the dang thing.
Yep.
Told her to get in the car. She's like, I don't know. I don't know about options. He's all, throw the option card. And I don't know if he told her that, but she did. She's like, I know enough about these options. She threw it out the window.
Yeah.
Well, I might be exaggerating, but
she did not.
Not a litterer, but she threw him in the back seat. And she's like, I know enough. He goes, I know enough. And she went and took it and she passed.
Yes, she did.
Guys, we think we need to like master a Q bank. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't care what leader, I don't care what manager, I don't care what you've seen on YouTube. None of those Q banks are exactly like the exam. None of them. They're not even worded the same. It's not. And if you know somebody that's taken the exam, they'll tell you the same thing. It's not. It's not even close. I know a dude on here who's staying smart. He's even got his own trivia team. Blazing Asian, shout out Oregon. That guy knows quizzes. He knows his quizzes.
Yes.
And he'll tell you it's nothing like the exam.
Nah.
It's not. I know people that have memorized all 3,000 questions that are available in the Q Bank for Kaplan. Memorized every single one, question to answer. Didn't see a dang one on the exam. Extremely mad that they didn't see it. Memorized all of them. I know at least 4 students we've had that are have photographic memories. Literally can remember and recall every single thing they've read in that LEM from Kaplan or any book, right? And the Q Bank. None of it was on the exam and still didn't pass the exam. Why am I saying this? Is it to give you fear? No. Am I trying to stress you out? No. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to stop looking at it in that way. You need to stop looking at it in the way that you've been programmed. You need to reprogram your thinking. You need to start realizing you just need to look for those key words and make it easier. Connect it. Quit making it more difficult. Quit breathing fear into it. Quit letting it have fear into you. Absolutely. Quit giving it power. Stop. It is not that hard. I promise you. Brandy barely studied for the Series 7 and the 65. She put a lot of work into her quizzes, but it wasn't to master the Q banks. It was to train her brain to look for just the keywords.
Yep.
And that was it. Look for patterns. That was it. Just like we're going to show you tonight. We're going to show you that tonight. Guys, there are people who struggle with those 2 exams. And she took the originals where they were longer and the Series 7 had a freaking lunch in it. It had a lunch break. That's how long the exam was. They're like, dude, take a break. You got a half hour mandatory. You have to have a break. You have to go eat. You have to go take a drink. You need to go rest. And then when you come back and finish the rest of the exam. Mandatory.
Yeah, it's a part 1, part 2 test.
Yeah, like get out of here. We don't want to see you. Come back at this time. No, I want to just knock it out. Nope, don't care.
Part 2 wouldn't even start until 30 minutes later.
Nope, don't care. Get out. Guys, it is all meant to intimidate you, and you're falling for it. And I know a lot of you are believers and you have faith in God, right? Why do you have fear? Why do you have fear? Why? I know there's a few of you on here that have not passed this exam. Did it hurt you? Did it physically hurt you? It probably hurt your health because you let it mentally get to you. But you can't. It's easily done. You can just say, you know what? It doesn't have power over me. I don't care if it says pass or fail on that screen. It will not make or break me. I know who I am and I know where my strength comes from. And it's not in this dang test. And it's not what it says on the screen. Facts. If you pass this exam, you still got work to do. If you pass all the exams, you still got work to do. You're not done until you're done being on this earth. That's how I look at it. You got to keep pushing every dang day at something. That's why you're here. That's the gift. Quit giving excuses to it. Stop making, kinds of rationales and why you don't just go take the dang thing, and quit being scared and psyched out by it. Just go take it. Go do it. Mm-hmm. If you've gone through the content, you put in the quizzes, you've done the work, you got the notes to show it, just go for it. Well, it'll cost me, whatever the fee is and this and that. It's minimal. I'm telling you, I know that some of you are like, well, no, Andy, that's a lot of money. No, it's minimal. If you make it work for you, the payout it surpasses the stupid exam fees. You will literally laugh at yourself. I laugh at ourselves all the time. I was like, dang, we were dang broke when we paid for those exams. Brandy's what was the 7? It was like $700, $500. Was it more?
No, it was like 350.
350? I don't know. It was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money that could have gone elsewhere.
$350, and she came and used the Series 7. Yeah. But she uses the Series 7 every dang day to teach you guys. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? She uses her license and we still get paid every month. Now, that varies for everyone. I don't want to say I'll guarantee that for every single person that passes the exams, because that's the other part of your learning. It has to come in. You got to do the business. You got to talk to people. You got to be likable. You got to learn how to do all that stuff. There's another component. You just don't get clients just because you pass exams, right?
That'd be cool, though.
That would be cool, but you got to work at it. Everything. Name one thing that's worth the dang thing that isn't hard. That's why it's worth it. That's why it's valuable. Congratulations. You found something that's valuable, worth it, and it'll make you grow, and it pays you. I'm just being straight with you. Guys, go into this dang weekend. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to be partying. They're going to tell you to go drink. They're going to tell you to go do whatever, right? Stay focused, stay on course. You want what other people don't have. You want to live like the 1%. You got to do what 99% of the people aren't willing to do. Period. You got to say no. And you got to just be disciplined. Period. Decide, commit, and be consistent. That's it. Decide, commit, and be consistent. Make it happen this weekend. I do this every Thursday night. I tell you guys to go into the weekend. I'm trying to empower you this weekend. If you've been studying and enough's enough, if you've been putting enough time in this thing, enough's enough. Go take the dang test. I want to see a bunch of people on our Discord. If you're not on our Discord, I want you to join up. Start posting when you're going to take your exam. And I want you to go take it. I want you to do it. That's it. Make it happen. No more excuses, no more fear. Y'all come from way more, overcame way more difficult and challenging things in your background. I know a lot of you. I got soldiers on here. I got moms on here. I got dads on here. I got single moms, single dads. I got grandparents on here. I got people who came from poverty, overcame poverty as a child, maybe as an adult. We got people on here who've overcome sickness, overcome their country, meaning they left their countries to come here to this country for a better opportunity. There's people on here that have sacrificed everything and literally have been from the bottom and trying to get to the top and overcome so much. So every time you think this thing's got you whooped, just empower yourself and think about all the things you've dealt a deadly blow and you've overcome. Be like, dang, look at all my victories. Count your victories, count your blessings. Let it fuel you, because you ain't done yet. And speaking of not done yet, guys, if you want to join up on us with our member sessions, you want to get onto our 21-day plan. At this point, I would not join the academy. I would just go for the 21-day. Look, 21-day plan is awesome. I know there's a lot of people that love the idea of a classroom feel, whatever. But I'm just saying, if it was me, I would be doing the 21-day plan all day, every day, just because I like no shackles. I want to just learn it as fast as I can. I want to get through the program. It's a tried and true way that we've been getting people, through these things. Guys, knock out the 21-day plan. It's available. You can start anytime. We got a couple options available with tutoring, and we got ones with a study guide. Look at what we got going on. Scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat, 951-290-3077, and give me a phone call or text. We got like I said, the Kona community, the Discord. We have study guides that are available. So if you're gonna not use what we have in our paid, but maybe you just want our study guide, that's available too. You can go ahead and do that. They're ebooks, but if you are a member, the SIE has a great little feature. It has video explanations as you go through it. Just got to be logged in as a member on Patreon, and then bam, you got it. Mm-hmm. All right, we got a reminder for tomorrow. I have to redo this whole graphic. SIE and Series 6 tomorrow. There is no 63, but we will be doing the SIE and 6 in the Kona Academy, day 8. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of people doing the 63 Academy. That's why there's no Academy for the 63. They're mostly switched over to the 21-day plan. So
very independent.
So we're just going to let that rock. And so, and we have more Series 6ers that are going to the 21-day plan. Yeah. Guys, like I said, it seems great when you like, oh yeah, I go to class every day. But as we're busy people, 21-day plan is not a bad plan. That's why we love it. That's why we designed it. That's why Brandy and I, that's our go-to.
Yeah.
We started with. That's what we started with. The reason why we always avoided an academy thing is because we're like, I don't know. I think it limits people. It does. So so we'll see. We'll see what happens. As always with Kona, you never know. We might make the academy disappear one day and then be the end of it, because we only work with things that work. Exactly. And if it's not working, then we take it away. So we'll see what happens. So if you like it, let me know. And if you want to make improvements, as always with Kona, you can always give me a call, text if you're a member, and we'll see what we can do. Yep. But here we go. SIE 6. We got that tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Series 6, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. Be there or be square. Look at the times. Make sure you're in your right time zone of those start times. So if you're in Central Time, that's 11:30. Oh, that's a wrong graphic, Brandy. That is? Yeah, that was the one that had errors in it. See, it says 11:30 p.m. Oh. I updated it and sent you a different one. Oh, well. Now I'm going to change it anyway. You had the same one. Anyways, 11:30 a.m. on the Central Time. Yeah. No, not there. Yeah. Anyways. All right, guys. You ready? We got it. Yes. All right, let's go. Series 6 questions, 6 different exams. Content, techniques. We've been doing this all week long. We've been applying everything we learned from the Studying Brew. Now let's just go ahead and put it all together tonight, because this is how you're going to do your quizzes and your exams, right? We showed you how to look for those keywords. Techniques on Tuesday, we show you to look for those patterns. How do we get to an answer without knowing anything or very little content? right?
Mhm.
Wednesday, we gave you some content, right? We had a great thing on Asians.
Yes.
So we showed you how some of that content, but simplified it,
Yes.
super simplified it. And tonight we're going to throw it all together and we're going to have 6 different questions for 6 different exams. And let's just go, Brandy.
Yes. Let's.
As Brandy goes through it, be sure to look at the simplicity. Do this in your quizzes and exams.
Yes. All right, guys. So I have dark pool. I always think of um
I think of like the dark pool being like that hidden back room,
black market. I think
black market back room,
I think of
Deadpool. No, I mean I think of like, that's the secret lodge has the dark pool.
right.
Not everybody's in there.
How about just like not public.
Not public.
Special members only.
Right.
Right. Investment advisor. I'm thinking some sort of advice. Market maker. I'm making a market. Right? Because it says market maker. And then broker, I think of real estate.
Diana is going with broker is just one word.
That is true. It is the only one word answer up there.
It's an observation.
Yeah. And when I mean real estate, guys, these are in like quotes, right? Like we're not taking a real estate exam. It's just brokers remind me of a real estate broker, agent, whatever, right?
Right. We're taking it out of securities.
Exactly. Ready?
That says peel estate anyway.
Oh my.
Just saying.
Which of the following terms is associated with an entity that sells securities from its own inventory? All right. So we're looking at own inventory, and that obviously is not done in secret.
No.
It doesn't have anything to do with advice.
None.
I'm going to question that one.
I don't think it's making a market.
But it's not real estate either because they don't have inventories.
That's true.
Right? There's no inventory.
Okay. I said like we're not making a market, but then I thought about it and I'm like, well, real estate agents don't have like an inventory, like you go in their back, closet and they go, oh, that's the house for you. No. But a market, on the other hand, I go into a grocery store, they got the inventory, they got the back room. Some dude named Chip is always putting stuff up on the shelves, right? It's a market. It has an inventory.
I didn't even think of it that way, but yes.
Maybe that's it.
I was thinking to make something, you got to have the material. So if you have to have the material, isn't that like an inventory?
That's true, but I went with a market just because a market has to have an inventory.
Yeah, either way. And honestly, guys, process of elimination, why not? By process of elimination, we got there regardless if we knew it or not. Whatever connection you guys chose, your own your own choice, whatever, right? But the point is that the other 3 didn't match. The anti-match.
That was me just reasoning it out with no knowledge at all. Right. And if you have knowledge of it,
go for it.
Sometimes you need to look at it like I do, to be honest with you. It'll help you stay without overthinking it.
That is true.
Sometimes more knowledge hurts us more than it helps us.
All right. Mutual funds.
You ever laid staring at the walls or the ceiling at night and you go, man, I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Some information, you're just like, man.
You got to fight for your right to party. Steve.
Hey, what's up, Beastie?
All right. So mutual funds are just funds.
Someone put new.
They are new, but maybe I don't need to know that.
Right.
But we're going to see. Sometimes we got to run through and then we got to run through kind of maybe again. So
you like to run through it like simple.
I like to just run through it simple, see if anything just stands out at me.
Okay.
Grabs out. Options. I know our contracts.
Because you said the other night you look at stuff without any kind of securities first.
Yeah, no, I try not to look at securities content first. And I know it. I teach the stuff and I still try not to. It's kind of boring to do it that way.
Yeah. So like somebody like Eric, take the challenge, do it without securities.
Yes. T notes. I know this is government, right? T notes. Too late. Rights. We could either vote or we get what's the other right? Maintain my proportionate ownership. I just gonna put percentage, but I know this is like common stock. So that is going to be a little bit of content, right? And mutual funds, I don't know. I guess I could put investment companies. I really don't know what I can't see a connection between the four of these. Does that make sense?
I don't know why, but always like mutual funds, I always think like a 6 pack of beer. I don't know why. Like, it's not just one can. It's a package of them.
You know what it would be like? Like when you go to like Costco
Yeah.
and they have the variety pack?
Yeah, there you go. Like a variety pack of chips.
There you go. It's like a variety pack. Ooh, there you go.
You get some Funyuns, you get the Doritos, a little bit of Fritos.
It's a variety pack in one box.
Nobody eats the ranch Doritos. I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know why they don't eat it.
Which of the following securities is exempt from Regulation T, margin requirements, but still subject to initial margin? Okay, look. If there's anything that we know, no matter what test we take, that the government's always exempt from everything because they're the one that kind of creates the rules.
Word.
Right? So like the government.
Dude, can we all relate? Can we all know that, right? We don't need securities to tell us that.
So they don't. Well,
we all, I think we all see that all the time.
right?
Wait a minute. I would have gone to jail for that. How come they can do that? Oh, I forgot. They make the rules.
But not that guy. Okay. So that's where I'm going with. And I'm literally just going off the exempt thing. But guys, here is your content. Okay. Can't buy mutual funds on margin because they're always new. See, Tim? I was going to circle back to your new, right? You can't buy anything new you can't borrow money to buy something new. You just can't, right? So mutual funds, you can't buy on margin anyways. Option contracts, you're only paying a premium. So no, you can't borrow money to pay a premium on an option contract. And rights, they're so short term. By the time you do all the paperwork, they're going to expire. So A, B, and D, you can't do on margin anyways.
There you go.
So there's your little bit of content.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Eat. So if you guys want to know, that's how I relate.
The government is exempt from rules. Well,
Well, they create them. Exempt from them. Investment advisor. What the heck? We just had this question.
Right.
Or did we? Look, investment advisor. Look at two different Q banks, because I can tell by the font. And one says advisor, and the other one says advisor. Makes no sense. All right, so advice, right?
Tomato.
Market maker. We can relate that to the first question.
Mm-hmm.
We know that has an inventory.
Yeah.
Right? Because we just learned something.
Chip in the back room.
Did we just learn something today that market makers have an inventory?
Oh. Ooh, I'd write that down. I'd remember that.
Prime rib is fancy.
Yeah, prime. I like prime. Prime time.
Why do you think he's called Coach Prime? Deion Sanders, right?
Yeah.
So this must be for fancy investors.
It's not Coach Common.
It's not Coach Ordinary.
Coach Ordinary.
Oh, and a trustee, I bet you it has something to do with trust. By the way, guys, trusts are like third parties, right? If there's a trust, it's like somebody else is managing it, or like it's a separate thing. Like it's just not, it's not you.
It's a third party entity that your family can't fight with.
Yeah, it's not you. Right? So that's a good way to look at it, right? Okay. An institution or person responsible for making all investment, management, and distribution decisions in an account maintained in the best interest of another, who has been legally appointed to provide these services, is best described as
3 keywords there. Another legally appointed trust.
It's not just somebody who gives advice, because guys, I'm an investment advisor representative, and I don't, it's not a legal thing, right? We didn't talk about inventory. We didn't talk about being fancy. So it must be trustee.
There you go. Take it out of securities.
Y'all are going to remember the fancy.
Look, I know there's a lot of you that know this stuff from the content and you memorized it and you're like, that's what a trustee is. I know it. Blah, 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 blah. Look, doesn't your brain get full?
Aren't you bored with that?
Well, I mean, I just get full. Like my brain is just like, dude, that's like a lot of information I got to remember all the time. If I can just have a way that I just see things and go, oh, wait, I don't need to remember it. I just remember what these words mean in other things.
Like, what if you had a really like busy, crazy day? And maybe you didn't eat like you were supposed to that day. And maybe
You're in the
it's
exam with
Saturday,
bad gas.
midnight, 1 a.m., and you're studying and you're just like, dude, what I don't that's just too many words right there. It's just words. I don't even know what's going
Hmm.
on. Do what we just did. It's fun. Okay.
Yeah, you might be in that room with bad gas and you got to get out of there. You know what I mean? They all know it's going to be you.
Yes. The representative must receive principal approval to enter this transaction. That's like, dude, if you have to have principal approval to enter a transaction,
It's going to be an all day affair.
this must be like serious. Like, I don't know what kind of serious, but it's not average and ordinary, right?
No.
All right. The representative has met disclosure obligation and may enter the order. I always like the word may. It's great. Oh, and it has the word
I love a and. I love an and.
I haven't seen that in a while.
I love a good and.
I love C's just like the rep may not enter this order. So do not enter.
I would then I want to know why.
And it is opposite. Good. Good catch. And why, right? Exactly why. If the rep enters the order, they have engaged in a breakpoint sale. And then so I'm gonna go like this. Okay, here's your content. Seems like D has the contents, right? Purposely selling just under a breakpoint.
Remember that one Serious 6 we did where every answer was C or
I
A?
know, huh? And that wasn't even intentional. That was crazy.
That was funny.
All right. Okay, so we're feeling B. I feel like it's got the may, it's got the and.
Hey, look, I don't even know. I'm not cool like, some students on here, like my man Eric, he's memorized everything. He knows what's up. I'm not that smart. I would have picked B.
Right,
I would have gone with it has an and in it. And I was like, it makes sense. It's got a may. I like it.
guys. If you would have read the question first, check this out. You guys ready? Oh yeah, and it's an opposite, right? Check this out.
Oh.
So many numbers. What?
Mm.
You have me doing math.
No, you don't have me doing math because Andy said I saw all that in B. Click.
So let's just scan real quick.
I am math adverse. Click.
Let's confirm that the answer is B.
I run from the math equation. Click.
Right. So okay, ready? Customer wants to invest 9,500. Fund has a breakpoint in 10. You tell the customer, you disclose to the customer, hey, if you give me $500 more, ooh, it doesn't say breakpoint, but it does say advantage of giving 500. Oh, it does say breakpoint, right? So if you give me $500 more, I could get a breakpoint. The customer says, thanks for that information, but we're only going to do 9,500. Guys, you met your oops, that was bad, but you met your disclosure and you can enter the order. I lost my tune.
I just like the fact that you went and erased it and then did that because it's the order that you do things.
Yes.
I appreciate it. But B, that's it.
See, we went with the vibe. It sounded good. We confirmed it in the question. We even read the question differently. It's got the breakpoint. I told my customer, hey, yo, there's an advantage. He said, thanks for the info, but not thanks.
Hey, you can't make him take advantage.
And you did your job.
I disclosed it. I let him know. Hey,
that's all you need to do.
And you put in your notes. I told the fool.
I told him, and he's like, dude, I'm not going to be able to do another 500 in the next 13 months. That's letter of intent.
Okay.
That's cool, man.
On you.
Hey, I don't want to lose my job because you had an extra 500.
I was trying to hook you up.
Right? Just don't go to Starbucks for like a couple weeks. Sorry. 90-day treasury bill.
Don't go to McDonald's twice.
Dude. All right. 90-day treasury bill, right? So it's the only one with a number. So that's cool. Yeah, it is definitely short term. And this is treasuries, and we all know that it's the government, so they like to make the rules.
I think McDonald's needs to have a dollar instead of the dollar menu. They have to have under 100.
Dude. All right. General obligation bond issued by Puerto Rico. Fun fact, guys, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so this would be a muni.
If you didn't know that, now you know.
I guess it's supposed to be common knowledge. I don't know. Government National Mortgage Association certificate fully backed by the Treasury. Fun fact, it says backed, not issued by, right? And then we know this as Jenny May. Jenny May, right? And then the general obligation bond issued by the County of San Francisco. So again, we have two general obligations bonds. This is a muni, that's a muni, right? So here's how I would look at this. Okay. Here's how I would look at this. First of all, I'm looking at this as government. This is a muni, this is a muni.
Okay, but
Jenny May. But
never mind. I was gonna say, well, because one of them says issued by the County of San Francisco, and it's a county, and the other one's Puerto Rico, which is a country. Does that make a difference?
I think because it's a US territory, it's considered a municipal.
I know, but it like one's a county.
No, you're right.
Smaller level.
I
don't know.
We can go by that. We can go like this is small and this is big.
I was asking. You're the teacher. I don't know.
Which of the
Which of the debt issues listed here would produce taxable interest at all levels?
Now I have to reevaluate. Let me reevaluate real quick. This is state exempt. This is federal exempt. So that means this is federal exempt. What's the only one I haven't wrote on? In blue.
C.
Sorry, grandma still gets taxed. She gets to pinch your cheeks. So it's taxed. And you're like, what the heck, Brandy, did you just do?
Even okay, so now I see why they put County of San Francisco, California, because you were like federal. So you might have thought, oh, because it's a state.
Yeah, and also the fact that they spelt out Jenny May, which they rarely do. You're like, oh, that's government. No, it's actually it's not, it's issued by its own agency. It's just backed by the government.
See that was what we call smoke and mirrors and trying to get you to get the wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
They spelled out Government National Mortgage Association so you wouldn't make the Jenny May connection.
Mm-hmm.
And they also put County of San Francisco, California, like I said. So you would think it's not a federal exempt. You would have thought, oh, maybe it's a state. I don't know. Right?
Correct.
See how they trick you? Then they do that on the real exam, guys. That's why you got to look at these things.
Okay.
Yep. Smoke and mirrors. There's always a landmine.
Always. I think that's it.
Look at bonus.
I have one more. All right. You guys ready? Why would we be talking about military policy? This is a investment license, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna say
this is not an act of Congress.
Right. So I'm gonna say,
Congress is the one that makes military policy, by the way.
Fiscal policy is what we should hear during election debates. Probably not. No.
I don't want to.
Regulatory policy is regulatory, like rules, right? And then monetary policy sounds a lot like money.
Yep.
Okay. Ready? The Keynesian theory postulates that a government can manage demand within the nation's economy by how it uses the following. By the way, that's my my accent when I see the word postulates. That word. But guys,
economy, money, no.
Government, election, yeah.
Oh. See, I would have gone economy and money and got it wrong.
Because what you might not be aware of is that the Keynesian theory is an economic theory. By the way, no, I don't want to get into it.
Government, fiscal, done.
Boom. Oh. Now, I think no. Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
We got through all the exam questions. Look at that. Guys, this weekend, like I said, you got choices to make. Stay committed, be consistent, just make it happen. It's all on you. You got this. Make it simple. That's the most important thing. Take it out of securities. Have fun with it. Don't think too hard. You saw what we did tonight. It's that easy when you do your exams. It's not magical. It's not like Brandy takes these and goes, oh, let me look for the ones that work. It doesn't happen that way. And I'll tell you why it doesn't happen that way. She's got ADD and she ain't got time for that. I'm just being honest with you. She would never do this every single night if she had to go through all the questions and put together ones that work just to show you guys how these things like and fool you. No. This is how she literally does it. She goes and takes 10 questions and she goes, "Oh, the first one I do. All right, that's it." Pretty much.
Pretty much. I pretty much just skip the Roman numerals for the most part.
Yeah.
That was one. I think the questions from Monday, Tuesday, and today were a 20 question quiz.
Side note, if you're taking the SIE, there is no Roman numeral questions on your exam.
Nope, just the 60.
So if those are giving you the sweats, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
All right. With that, everybody, we will see members tomorrow, and the rest of you, we'll see you all on Monday. We got the Academy. We got the Studying Brew coming back on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Remember, no Studying Brew tomorrow night. But the main thing, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Have fun with your quizzes. Don't forget to take them tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday before the partying. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great one.
Boom.